Hello everyone, welcome back to the video of the PS1 Vlog Series. This is episode number 8 of the PS1 Vlog Series. So yeah, here I am outside of PS1, and on this episode of the PS1 Vlog Series, I'm just going to talk about something that has nothing to do with PS1. Well, technically, in a sense, it has nothing to do with PS1, but still, I'm sure a lot of people from PS1 would agree with me. On this topic. And what I'm talking about is The Walking Dead. I'm going to explain why The Walking Dead is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So, The Walking Dead first premiered in 2010 during my 8th grade year of middle school. That's when The Walking Dead first premiered. Now, I had heard about the show from time to time again, but I never had any interest or felt any interest. I never felt compelled to watch the show until 2016, 2015, when the show was in its 5th season around that time. So yeah, until then, I had no interest in watching The Walking Dead. But then, later, I started to watch the show when I, saw clips on YouTube about the show, and I thought, this show looks pretty interesting, looks pretty cool. All these people, all these survivors gathering together in a group. All these friends, working together against their enemies, fighting together. That sounds like a pretty awesome show. My parents, I started watching the show on AMC when the season 10 premiere of The Walking Dead premiered. When we saw Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character Negan be introduced, and he killed Abraham, and then he killed Glenn. He hit Abraham and Glenn with the baseball bat. Negan. Yeah, my dad wasn't too fond of him killing Abraham. When he saw that, he told me not to watch it. My parents aren't too fond of The Walking Dead. They're not exactly big fans of the show, but then again, what my parents like and what I like are two very different things, and we don't have to all like the same things. What they like and what I like are two very different things. So, yeah, despite that, however, I continued to watch The Walking Dead. I purchased the first 6 seasons on DVD. Well, technically it was seasons 2 to 6, because I already saw season 1 on Facebook. I already saw the season 1 of The Walking Dead on Facebook, when it was illegally uploaded by somebody else. So, yeah. I saw season 1 of The Walking Dead on Facebook when it was illegally uploaded by someone else. So, anyways, I purchased seasons 2 through 6 of The Walking Dead off of Amazon, and I watched the show right from season 2 up to the end of season 6, when Negan kills Abraham. So that was pretty interesting in my opinion. I thought it was awesome. I enjoyed it. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So that was pretty interesting watching The Walking Dead, all those seasons. Then I saw season 7 of The Walking Dead. I watched it off of YouTube, off of, all these other platforms that were illegally uploading the show. Then I watched season 8 of The Walking Dead. Then I watched season 9 of The Walking Dead. I watched halfway season 10 of The Walking Dead. I watched halfway of season 10 of The Walking Dead, but then I wasn't able to watch any longer. I stopped watching because our family moved houses, and our house is being renovated and being put under construction, so we had to move house to our uncle's place. So I wasn't able to watch seasons 10 and seasons 11 of The Walking Dead, but I was able to catch up on the important points in seasons 10 and seasons 11 of The Walking Dead and watch those parts, and I thought it was pretty cool to watch parts of The Walking Dead of those of seasons 10 and 11 that I watched, and I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was humorous. Well, not humorous, but I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm still watching bits and pieces of The Walking Dead as I can. I'm going to purchase seasons 10 and 11, the DVDs of the seasons, and watch them later when I get the chance to. It's still one of my favorite shows of all time. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. It truly is an awesome show. Yeah. Yeah, it truly is an awesome show, really. Yeah. So, yeah, those are my thoughts why The Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows of all time. I thought it was awesome. I enjoyed the characters, the storyline, the plots, the action. There's more to a show than just violence and romance scenes. There's much more than that. There's so much more context involved. Yeah, there's much more to television shows than just violence and all the romance on TV. Like, you know, like Carl Grimes is like my favorite Walking Dead character because, you know, I just love how he's like able to take charge of situations, how he's able to like fight against people and such. And he wanted to spare Negan and, you know, make Negan a part of the community and work with Negan. You know, that was his dream. And obviously killing Carl off in season 8 was a very big mistake by The Walking Dead. Spoiler alerts, but yeah, that was a very big mistake by The Walking Dead, killing Carl off. Very huge mistake on their part. They never should have done that. That was a huge mistake on their part. Very bad choice on their part. Very bad decision. They never should have done that, honestly. Doesn't follow the comics at all. Very bad decision on their part. But yeah, I mean, Carl Grimes is my favorite character. My second favorite character is probably Rick Grimes, his father. My third favorite character is probably, it's probably ironic, but my third favorite character is Negan. My fourth favorite character is Simon. I know Negan and Simon are antagonists, but let's be honest, an antagonist makes the storyline and the plot more interesting. And even though Negan and Simon are both, well, Negan used to be, but Simon, you know, Negan and Simon were both awful people. They were good antagonists because they were good at their role. They were good at being hated. They were good at, you know, at being nefarious towards Alexandria and Rick's group from, you know, from the hilltop, you know, being nefarious to the Alexandrian community. They were, you know, clearly good at their job, so, you know, that makes them good villains, therefore. But yeah, back to my point is that The Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows of all time. Back to my point is that The Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I enjoyed watching it. And I'm sure that many other people from PS1 would agree with me on that. So yeah, that's episode number 8 of the PS1 Vlog Series. So take care, everybody. Another video from my channel. Take care, everyone.